welcome to Get the Goods, where we talk about topics that you can apply to your I am not a mental health counselor or this, but I am somebody who likes to share encouraging words and thoughts to make you think. I saw something on Facebook and it was just such, um, I guess, the heartbreaking thing that this young woman, she was very discouraged because she wants a relationship. And so, you know, I think that the culture causes us to have, thank you, um, pressure when it's not really necessary. Well, Miss Harris, Minister Harris, later that I don't know, it's easy because you're married. Listen, I understand. People say to you, girl, you better get out there, man. You better get yourself out there. You just sitting around home. How are you going to meet somebody? And so there's just that push. Get out, get out, get out there. Come to the club. Well, you're not a clubber, so how are you going to feel comfortable in a club? You know, well, come to church with us. Well, what kind of church is it? What are they teaching? How do you feel about going with someone? You know, and it's so the setting, there's just that push. You've got to get out there. But did it ever occur to you that perhaps you're not ready for a relationship? Well, what, lady, wait a minute. I've been waiting. I have a list. I am ready as ready could be. Hmm. Well, first of all, do you know your value? Because when you know your value, you won't settle just for, as my grandmother would say, birth and breeches. Because just to have a man, but he doesn't respect you, he doesn't love you, it's only a physical thing, and it's just not what you envisioned as a wonderful relationship. They take no responsibility for anything. They try to turn the conversation, everything is your fault, everybody else's fault. That shows immaturity. Or if she's that way, sir, that shows lack of maturity. They're immature when they cannot see their own faults. So, what are you really looking for? We have to have a standard. First of all, the word says, he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor of the Lord. Are you looking for a wife? Be honest. Are you looking for a husband? Be honest. Let them know I have enough friends. I am wife material. But don't put everything out on the table. You just running your mouth. You're not listening to each other. Sir, you need to listen to her. You need to listen to her expectations. Ma'am, you need to listen to his expectations. He wants someone love to cook and you don't desire to even enter the kitchen. So listen, is that a make it or break it? Will that break the relationship because you don't want to learn to cook or you don't cook? Are you willing to learn to cook? Sir, you think that if you get married, then you got free maid service. They supposed to cook, clean, and do all of the wifely duties, and you do what? Hmm. So, do you believe it's 50-50 or 100-100? Do you believe um, once I meet her or once I meet him, I'll be whole? No, You're supposed to already be a whole person. You need to be healed from relationships. If you still fear or you have different issues, those things need to be dealt with. It's those things from your past, because your past will destroy your future. You can't compare somebody else from the past, what they did to you, how they treated you, with the next person that comes along, because that's not fair to them, nor would it be fair to you if the person did the same thing. So everybody deserves a clean slate when you meet them, but you ought not have desperation all over you. Everywhere you go, you got to flirt with this woman, or you got to flirt with this man. You are not looking for stability or marriage if everywhere you go you're flirting. You got the brother, you got the roving eye, or sister, because sisters have the roving eye too. But do you want real commitment? And if you've been with a person, I would say over 3, 4, 5 years and up, and you still have no commitment, now you bought a house, and that's really backwards. So if the relationship doesn't work and you have signed a mortgage with this person, how do you divide that? Well, either you have to buy them out or they buy you out. Uh, that's a real problem. So don't do things backwards. But if you're in a relationship and it looks like it's not going anywhere, what are you gonna do? Stay in it? And what is so disheartening is a lot of people, well, it's working, so why should we change anything? Because if it's real love, commitment is what's next. Um, I heard a young lady say she and the person had been in a relationship for 18 years. You should be celebrating 18 years of marriage. And um, when she had a ring, and when her best friend said to the individual, hey, when y'all gonna get married? And the man said, when she asked, right. Oh, his clothes would have been packed, locks would have been changed, and hasta la vista. After 18 years, you mean I'm not acting right? Well, why are you still here? And then how many more years do I have to put in for you to realize that I'm the one? I'm not act. That was totally insulting. And so, but she still was hanging in there. I'm going, what in the world? So, how long are you going to let somebody just drag you along? Well, I heard that once you get married, then things change and then it just stops working. You were making decisions together before the piece of paper. You just do the same thing. You solve the problems together just like you always did. The only difference is it is a commitment. You are committed to one another, not only in words and the deeds that you're doing, but on paper before God, a covenant commitment. And God blesses that, because I'm sorry, but we're living in sin if we're just living together. You are never a wife, you're never a husband, as they used to say. You're a common law wife, but you have no real commitment. So if you love me and I love you, and we want to be together forever, and hello, if you're doing everything that married people do, why not be married? The problem that the young lady had that I saw on Facebook, people were saying the right thing. He that finds a wife, not she that finds a wife. And then another person said, well, men just aren't looking anymore. You know why they're not looking? Because they don't have to. You open your home and you move him in, and you're giving him all the wifely privileges and duties, or he moves her in. There's no real commitment. Just like he moved in or she moved in, they can move out. There's no paperwork. All of a sudden you come home and it gone. What happened to the commitment? They're getting everything for free. The older people used to say, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? There ought not be men or women wifely duties, husband duties, if you're not married, to go out and eat dinner, to occasionally go out to the movies or have some fun. But that friends with benefits thing, sleeping together and all of that, no, that's not a real commitment. So if you want to be married, carry yourself as a single man, a single woman. But if after the first few dates and you're talking and what have you, and it doesn't have that feeling like this is really going to go somewhere, and y'all be honest, stop playing games. If you're an adult, we don't have time for games. If you really want a committed relationship, be honest about what your likes and dislikes are, your expectations of that individual. How are you with money? If you're not good with money, would you be willing to let the other individual handle the money if they're better at it than you, or you both need to learn how to handle money? But the thing is, what are you looking for? What do you believe you deserve? I believed that I deserved the man that God had for me, and that he would love me. And because I had children, that he would love my children as if they were his own. And that is exactly what happened. He is the man beyond my dreams. Is he perfect? No, but he's perfect just for me. Am I perfect? No, but I'm perfect just for him. We're imperfect individuals, but perfect for each other, because we got to know each other by talking. We left no stone unturned. I asked him questions, he asked me questions, but we gave each other honest answers. What I like, what I don't like, what he likes, what he didn't like. And that's what makes it work. Friendship first, understanding each other, listening to each other. If the person is always saying, oh, that's stupid, oh, that's stupid, it's not stupid, because that's your thoughts, that's your opinion. But if everything you're saying is stupid, that's not the person for you, because the person who is for you will listen to you and think about what you say and how it matters to you. So don't be desperate. Be willing, men, to wait on God for the right person. And listen, bruh, don't get used up out there and depositing a part of yourself, and some little babies coming looking for you when they turn 18 and 21 years old, saying, I think you're my dad. Will you take a DNA test? Or this woman says, I'm pregnant. Don't say, I told my sons, don't come telling me that it's not mine if you played in the cookie jar. there's that possibility. So take a test and make sure. And usually your mama, if she see the baby or your family, they yeah, that's yours. So don't deposit all these children all over the place, and you're not a parent. You're not supplying support, and get to know people so you know what you're getting yourself into. Look at the family who you're going to be connected to. All of that is important. So I just wanted to encourage young women, young men, wait on God for the person that is perfect for you. Women, you'll build him and he will build you, and you'll build together. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we honor you, we praise you. Help our young people, people who are single or widowed, to wait on you, to trust you to do the matchmaking, because you know exactly who they need and what they need. And so, Father, help them to wait patiently, because when they wait on you, you make it well worth their wait. Listen, if you have not ordered, single ladies, get the goods, not the garbage. Trust me, trust me. This is my real story. Hey, we're looking for love in all the wrong places and people, but you need to read this book. This book, one young lady was engaged. She said, "Oh my goodness, this book came just in time." And she dodged the bullet. Another young lady, after reading this book, she got married 3 months later. She was in a relationship, but they got married. So this is a great book. It tells you all the crazy stuff I did on the way to finally gaining wisdom, and God orchestrated this wonderful, wonderful marriage that we have. Coming up on 41 years, wouldn't trade a thing. And finding the queen in you, for those of you young women who have been through some traumatic things that have touched your self esteem, that has broken it down low. This book will bless you, encourage you, inspire, and uplift you. You can order it on my website. I am CherylHarris.com, or on Amazon. And Single Ladies is on Kindle, and both of these books can be found on Amazon. So listen, have a great day. Be encouraged. Bye bye.